It's Tim Albright with AVNation at DSE 2017 in the Peerless AV booth with Brian. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Good. Real quick question. I'm kind of asking everybody this. This is a new show for us to cover, right? Our listeners and our viewers have told us the last 2 years digital signage is one of the top 3 verticals, one of the top 3 areas that they're concerned about, that they want to know more about. So this is our first time coming. Partnering with folks like you guys. Why do you come to the show? I mean, you've got a good presence here. You're a presenting sponsor. Why do you come to DSE?
So, DSE has been a great knit community. It's a small knit community that we have. That anybody that's focused on providing out-of-home digital advertising or communication to not only employees or to customers, and everybody comes in here and kind of shows what they can do. And then we have end users come in and say, okay, this is what I want to have done. And then you'll get a few different manufacturers together and say, hey, we can do this. Let's get this thing deployed, and we'll see how it goes. And anybody that's seen just how many TVs, displays have been put out in the outdoor space, as well as indoor in malls and in universities, you could truly see it. And like this morning, I was listening to one of I'm a DSF member,
okay,
which is the association.
Digital Signage Federation.
Correct. And we're here trying to promote and get more people involved in this and understanding one message. So Spence Graham was speaking from the University of West Virginia, talking about the importance of just communication to the students, the faculty, about emergency alerts and how challenging that is. It really involves a lot of different people. No one person can say they can do everything in digital signage. It takes a team of people from not only the internal customers team, but to the external vendor team to make sure that the deployment is going to work and work out well. And it's got to be people that are committed to this space. And that's why we come here every year, just to make sure we're here and people that feel the presence that we're doing, always reinventing ourselves.
Well, and it feels like you guys are a part of that team, to use your phrasing, on this show floor, because you're right. Not everybody can. Not one person can do everything. So you guys are a part of that conversation. You guys are a part of that team. Again, to use your word.
Yeah, we have over 20 different partners that have their products in our booth.
Yeah.
I mean, can't do it all.
No, absolutely not. All right, so let's talk about a couple of the products you've got. We're standing right in front of one of them right now. Your video wall mount.
Yes.
Why is this unique and why is this important?
It's interesting because video wall mounts have been around for a long time. There's the plasma TVs with the really thick bezels.
Yep.
Then LCD TVs had thick bezels, and then they're getting thinner and thinner and thinner. So as they've gotten thinner and thinner and thinner, we've needed to consider what new changes can we make to our video wall mounts to make them more applicable to alignment issues that they may face out in the real world. When they do big deployments of large video walls of 3x3 or 4x4 or 5x5, you need a lot of adjustment. So we've actually provided twice the amount of adjustment from our previous design, and also instantaneous adjustment. So you can actually start adjusting it in and out
and see it
instantaneously,
happen.
whereas prior ones you had more give, and it can do that. So twice the amount of travel. One mount does portrait and landscape, because sometimes you used to have to know ahead of time, are they all going to be in landscape? Are they going to be in portrait? This is one SKU that does them both. And then anything that the installer or the service technician needs to use, it's all red. So you can have just to release it, you can pop it out and then pull it out that way. All your adjustments. And the other nice thing is we added an extra adjustment knob. This one moves the screen left and right, so you don't have to push it and hold it in place. So we truly believe that video wall displays are going to continue for at least the next 5 years as being the #1 market share for large format deployments, not LED. LED is very good and great. It takes away the bezels, but they're very expensive. So the client wants that and can spend it. LED's right where you need to be. We have LED mounting solutions, but we still believe that the volume is in the LCD video wall displays.
One of the partners that we've already interviewed, that has your stuff in their booth, is Sharp.
Okay.
They have it at a 45-degree angle.
Yes.
Doing stuff like that is out of the box thinking. To overuse a phrase, unfortunately, but is out of the box thinking, where you guys allow for that because you provide the back end, you provide the mounting solution.
Yes.
For that.
We're always developing new solutions to meet customers' needs, and as a collage type of deployment, there are different challenges than just portrait or landscape.
Yeah.
And you're right, we do create different things for different people.
Another thing you have going on is your new kiosk system.
Yes.
Talk about that and the development of that.
So we have a new curved line of kiosks. We're calling it our Kiosk 2.0.
Okay.
We've been doing kiosks for about 5 years, and through developing those kiosks for the past 5 years, we need to constantly improve it. We're not going to just stay with the product we launched 5 years ago, because in technology, if you're not constantly advancing your product, even if it's a mechanical product, to keep up with that technology, they may not need your product anymore. So our curved line of kiosks can do both single-sided and dual-sided. They can accommodate touch overlays, which add depth to them, but it's kind of a stylish, sleek design that fits into the environments of most applications that they've been going into.
Explain to me the phrasing dual-sided or single-sided.
So back-to-back.
Okay.
So back-to-back
Right.
kiosk, whether it's a single-sided kiosk or a back-to-back kiosk, we can do those.
Okay. You guys are an underwriter for us, and I appreciate that. In talking with your team, one of the things that we've been talking about with you is your partnership with Daytona 500.
Yes.
You and I talked about that like 2 or 3 years ago now. You have got, it's a great experience, it's a great installation, but they had something happen in the midst of your deployment with your outdoor displays. Talk about that for a second.
Yeah, on October 7th last year, Hurricane Matthew had a direct hit on Daytona. It was a Category 4 hurricane outside of the land, and then when it hit Daytona, it was Category 3. They had over 100-mile-an-hour winds for like 8 to 10 hours. We have 700 of our displays deployed out there, and none of them failed due to any kind of environmental issues. 2 of them did take direct hits from signage that came down on it, but that's nothing you can stop.
No.
You can't stop a 2x4 from coming in and hitting something.
No.
But yeah, the displays are up and running that very next morning.
Good night. So talk about your take on outdoor displays, right? And because here's the thing, in understanding, our folks are guys and gals in the integrations firm space that sometimes they'll have one-offs for outdoor displays, or sometimes they'll have unique installations. Some of our residential listeners, obviously in the higher end homes, they'll start putting out outdoor displays. What makes your outdoor display different?
We have the only fully sealed outdoor display that's IP68. It's completely sealed with heating and cooling technology built into the display. It's optically bonded on the front to avoid any kind of buildup of heat between the display and the glass, which is what creates a lot of heat, almost like a greenhouse. So we don't have that issue because we have it optically bonded. The optic bonding also adds a durability factor so that you can actually hit the display and it's tamper resistant. It also helps with off-angle viewing, cuts the glare. So we're able to do what most people have to go up into 3,000 nit bright displays with displays that are half that bright, and the benefit to the actual customer deploying them is energy consumption. We're about a third less than anybody else's outdoor displays that need any kind of energy usage. Ours can do that. They can handle that. And a lot of the transportation industry love our displays because they have no fans or filters. There's nothing bringing in contaminants into the inside of the cabinet.
Oh wow! And so their total cost of ownership, because of your energy consumption is so low, their total cost of ownership, and that's something we don't talk about when it comes to displays. Because when you talk about total cost of ownership for projectors, let's say, right? You're talking about consumables with lamps and stuff like that. It's not something that we talk a lot about when it comes to displays, but you make a good point. You're paying a monthly power bill one way or the other, and if you have a display that is less energy efficient, your total cost of ownership then is got to be higher.
That is so true. That is so true. I mean, we've been doing enclosures for CRTs, then plasmas, then LCDs for 20 years, and over those 20 years, we've gained a lot of understanding and information. That's why we make our displays fully sealed.
That's awesome. Well, Brian, thank you so much. How do people find out more about you guys or Peerless? How do they get a hold of you?
They can go to peerless-av.com.
All right, very good. Brian from Peerless AV. My name is Tim Albright. For more information about us, you can go to avnation.tv.